Yeah, it's a Brett Keane video. What can I say? I know, it's messed up. Just have to ignore the little fart. But it's just so fucking funny that, you gotta play with it a little bit. So even the title, right? So, thank you for not passing down your genes. Now, this is coming from this guy. Now, not only is he not a genetic marvel himself, but I mean, here's a guy who's got a little bit of a sensitivity issue about what he has produced genetically. Not too fucking good. I mean, and this is one of these, he's supposed to be some sort of God person. So he's not a Christian though. So he puts this stuff in here just because the suckers go for it, right? It gives them the idea of religion or something, I guess. So he uses that crap, even though he doesn't have any respect for it. Because the only part of the story he likes is there was a God and he made people. But after that, he wishes to make up his own religion because he doesn't trust the testimony that God allowed to be written in his Bible. Anyway, apparently his God ran out of God powers, and so they re-edited the book without his permission or something like that. Yeah, it's obviously bullshit. So anyway, I'm seeing where Brett's heading now, right? He's making these videos, shitting on everybody, and because I think he wants to become the next, the new Venom Fang X. I mean, I think his plan is, fatter, uglier, and yes, of course, dumber. Anyway, maybe he'll wear a mask. It'd be good for you, Jim. Be good for you, Brett. Let's understand, he isn't what he looks like. He's not 85 years old. The guy is like more than 15 years younger than me. And he's talking about genetics. I mean, you really just didn't pay any attention to that whole thou without blah blah, don't be casting the first stone kind of shit. Didn't pay any attention to that, right? That's not one of the good parts of the Bible, right? Pathetic.
My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio.
Yeah, I did speed it up.
Make sure you check out the website, godtvradio.com.
No, don't do that. You'd be a retard to do that. You kind of know that you're probably in trouble if you go, if you actually do believe in a God, that you really wouldn't want to go to something called God TV Radio, because that would be, that's exactly what the Antichrist would do, right? We would make something called God, or maybe even God TV Radio, or God TV, God Radio. That's exactly what the Antichrist would do, right? So, I mean, you kind of, and he put it in, like, yellow and red. I mean, that's exactly what, like, the Antichrist would do.
Mm-hmm. Eating some cornflakes.
So anyway, yeah, that whole situation thing's getting tired there, Brett. Actually, they made pretty good fun of you, and the fact that you can't speak very good English. So anyway, so I made a comment, okay, because he did a frickin' interview. It was supposed to be a serious interview, and he starts the interview by eating. And I mean, what? That's an outrageous critique for me to point out that, man, that's just showing a little bit of a lack of respect. I mean, frankly. That's an outrageous comment to make. I mean, a lot of people do this stuff. I mean, Fake Sagan likes to, let loose a big belch in the middle of his videos. And, and then he'll talk about the amazing atheist mistreating his fans or something. And you're just saying, well, what, do you think the average person really enjoys that? I mean, that's the kind of thing you like. You like to be talking to somebody and they just belch in your face and you appreciate, say thanks. Maybe you could fart too, because I'm 12 years old and that's still kind of funny somehow. I mean, what age did you have to get to before that wasn't funny anymore? I mean, frankly, it was like 7 for me. I mean, I didn't have much, I don't think I ever really got in, I just never had much appreciation for the whole fart thing. I don't even think I farted until I was like 40. I mean, realistically. I know that sounds incredible, but yeah, I just wasn't a farter. Or a belcher. And I certainly didn't eat with my mouth open, and I didn't sit there and eat in front of people on purpose. You ate when you had to, you might eat in front of somebody, but that's it. You just don't. It's not the kind of thing you do casually in front of, especially when you're talking to somebody else. It's just, I mean, frankly, it's rude, for fuck's sake. You don't understand that? It's just fucking rude. But go ahead. Yes, pretend you're civilized. Yeah, I'm being civilized and cool. All the great preachers in history and all the great philosophers always ate. You know, especially when they're writing their book, they would put in the little yum yum sounds. Fuck.
Wait a year. Gary has stated that one of the most horrifying things in the world.
This is more of Brett's inability to ever tell the truth, right? So the guy's trying to point out how I'm an honest guy, I'm a regular guy, I'm a decent. I only lie the average amount of times. I'm not especially lie-y. And no, you constantly lie because you constantly never get anything right. You see, and you just can't constantly get everything wrong and then pretend I'm not doing it on purpose, because everybody else learns not to do that kind of shit. And the fact that you're not learning means you just don't give a fuck.
To witness Brett Keane eating food, it drives him absolutely fucking insane. You can't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's Brett Keane or my mother, frankly. I just don't think it. I think it's just goddamn rude, okay? That's all. It's just rude for somebody to have so much arrogance and think they're so charming and wonderful that they can be filling their mouth while they're talking in a room. I just find it preposterous that people can think they're that fantastic.
Stand it. Gary, I'm going to be eating a steak today, too. And I'm going to throw some fucking sauce on it.
Yeah, good. I mean, anything that kills you faster can't make me any happier. So, yes, go ahead and tell me what you eat, just so I can feel even more assured that you're going to get exactly what your God has in store for you. You're going to get what your genes and what your behavior have earned you, which is not going to be a good time, fuckhead. So go ahead, be proud of your bad diet. You know, just sit there and wear it like everything else in your beard, okay? Yeah, just the crumbs, the maggots squirming. I mean, it's, you know, I guess that might be why you have a small image, is just so people don't see all the maggots running through your beard.
Barbecue sauce and some ketchup.
Yeah, that's your vegetable, right? The ketchup thing. You're kind of a Reagan kind of guy. Yeah, vegetable.
And I'm going to gobble that shit down while you're sitting over here eating fucking grass outside your house.
Well, I don't know. It's not really North Korea over here. But whatever. Again, I'm more than 15 years older than you. So I guess the grass thing works, fuckhead.
Gary, you made a video to me.
Which was a mistake. And frankly, I didn't really make it to you as so much as I was just making it to the subject. And yeah, but okay. Yeah, I hate to even think that I was stupid enough to think, hey, I'll do Brett a favor. I mean, that was just a dumb move on my part. I mean, I should have just said, let him do it, it'll be funny. That's what I should have done. But it's, you know what, the truth is, I didn't want the amazing atheist and Paul's ego to win, because I thought their behavior is disgusting. I think their whole show is shit. I think the whole way they treat people is shit. Okay, and I didn't want them to win. That's the truth of it, Brett. So I didn't really do it because I cared about you. I only did it because I didn't want them to win again. I didn't want the shitheads to win again. And you were just opening the door.
Stating that you can't believe after all these years that Brett Keane doesn't understand how the DMCA system works.
Right, so let's, you know, do I have to play his clip? I mean, I don't know whether he took his video down. If he did, does somebody have a copy? And I'll just play the clips where he just keeps saying, oh, all I gotta do is press the button. All I gotta do is press the button. All I gotta do is press the button. No, it's not all you gotta do. You gotta go to fucking court. And it takes forever, and it's expensive as fuck. You gotta make 17 copies of every piece of paper. I mean, it's bad. Bad, bad, bad. I mean, you know, it's a real hassle. I'm really, you got a 20-page document and you have to make at minimum 7 copies. 7 copies of everything.
I find that funny because you probably, out of all the people on YouTube and on the internet that I have witnessed and experienced.
Alright, so this is just an insane exaggeration. I have filed less than 10 DMCAs. I will make my account public if anybody wishes to pay for it, to get the information from Google. My entire account, I'll make everything in my account that's not, personal PMs and all that kind of stuff, but any kind of account information anybody ever wants to get because they think I'm lying or I've done something criminal or all this kind of crap, I'll make the I'll make the account public. All right, I mean, the behavior on the accounts I've ever had at my IP address, and I'll give them my Verizon information. I'll give them my service providers. I'll do whatever you want to do, okay? Because you're full of shit, Brett.
You probably had the worst fucking past of sitting there using the DMCA system as a weapon.
There, you're a liar. I never used it as a weapon. I used it because somebody posted an image of me, okay, as a Nazi, you asshole, with a fucking Star of David behind me. And I found it really fucking offensive because I'm not anti-Semitic. And I would never, ever, ever defend anything the motherfucking Nazis did besides making Volkswagens and Tiger tanks. Besides that, everything they did should get them thoroughly smited. You fuck.
And then you make this video pretending like you know how it works and telling me that I'm a fucking idiot and all that kind of shit.
Well, you are a preposterous idiot, a pig, a slob, a rude, lying, nihilist, lying cunt. You're not a fucking religious person. You're just a nihilist, manipulative pig. You're just such a fucking pig. And sorry to the pigs. That's not fair to pigs. You're a maggot. A disgusting fucking maggot.
I encourage anybody, if you feel like it, go to Google search engines real quick and type in Inmendham DMCA.
Right. See, because Google is the source of the truth. And what's the first link? Encyclopedia Dramatica. Now we know that's one of the best sources for the truth you can find. I mean, it's just covered with all kinds of truth. I mean, it's just pages and pages and pages of the most brutal truth ever printed in the history of mankind. Right? Oh, wait, maybe not. This is interesting, though. 2008... right? And this has BCJ 999 in the title. And this is 2010, was the straight dope. I mean, it really did go on forever and ever. Ugh. Joneser. That's right. It all started with fucking Joneser. He's the one who made the fucking Hitler image. And again, this is how you think... the whole idea of just using Photoshop. I mean, we know this is the future. We know this is what we've sentenced ourselves to because we've done nothing about it. So political campaigns now are just covered with this slop. I mean, it's all about who can Photoshop the best. Nothing about having integrity or arguments or any of that kind of shit. I mean, in the old days, you used to have to pay a talented artist to write cartoons that really fucked with people. And even then, though, was that really the classy way to make your argument? You know, is to make a Abraham Lincoln look like King Kong or something? You know, they used to do that kind of shit. You know, they would draw Abraham Lincoln as a black man, you know, in this hugely exaggerated way. This is how people made their arguments. And frankly, I think it's just fucking rude and stupid and ignorant. And the fact that our culture thinks it's okay kind of indicates that our culture's a piece of shit. But look at them wiping his face, for fuck's sake. I mean, he can't even get it into his gob properly. Oh, shit.
The asshole literally has over 100 videos up there defending and justifying himself and using DMCAs as a weapon against anybody.
Again, so he said a weapon against anybody. So I've never used the DMCA to censor anybody. I only file DMCAs when people are just making obscene accusations, things they won't say, you know, overtly, because they know they'd probably get thrown in jail, okay, in terms of the accusation. I mean, I certainly would have a good case of libel or slander, but they'll use these stupid images because it doesn't take any balls to flash an image.
They even used his image or any of his videos at all.
Okay, any of his videos at all. Just a preposterous, another lie, Brett. What's your excuse? So you're 10 years in this this business, as you state, and that's the best you can do, right? And people aren't going to say, yeah, Brett Keane just if it's convenient, he'll just lie through his teeth. Where do you have evidence of that? Where do you have any evidence that I ever DMCA'd a video for somebody playing my video as it comes from YouTube? The way the fake Sagan said that we don't have copyright because essentially YouTube license takes it away. Well, if you look at the bottom of these pages, you know, it's not that difficult. The link's right here. Copyright. And it has a whole page on your copyright rights. I mean, obviously YouTube doesn't think the YouTube license annihilates your copyright. It clearly thinks you do have copyright rights. And it explains to you that you have the option of the DMCA. So it's clearly we still retain a copyright. Oh, fuck. Anyway. But I mean, it's just a lie, Brett. Again, I never, ever DMCA'd anybody's video for playing one of my videos. Shit. Why would I do that?
In order to review his...
And let's understand, I am the one who hasn't taken down videos. The only videos taken down are one video, okay, about the amazing atheist's dead shithead of a father. And that's it. That's the only video I ever took down. The rest of the ones that got taken down were taken down by YouTube. By people like you, Brett.
Alleged work. He was more than willing to fly out the fucking handle and take everybody and anybody to court.
Alright, let me see what he said. So I'll have to go back to the regular settings. Because he doesn't speak very good. No, he's not very reliable. Maybe I should put it extra slow.
More than willing to fly out the fucking handle and take everybody and anybody to court.
Alright, well see, it's just a lie. I mean, the first DMCA I filed, I think, was against virtual Holocaust, actually. I think. Because he republished the Nazi image. But I'm not sure. But anyway, that was the only DMCA where I got a counter notice and I didn't go to court, because that was before we really knew how the whole thing worked.
And he's going to tell Brett Keane you don't know how the DMCA system works.
Well, again, just imagine in here is Brett Keane's video, okay? And there's like 3 different portions where he talks about how easy it is. He just fills out the form and hits the button, and that's it. And obviously it's not how the system works. If you fill out the form, you're supposed to go to court if they counterfile. If they counterclaim, you're supposed to go to court. That's the fucking law, Brett. And if you think otherwise, you're fucking wrong. And I would bet your house, and I could be rude, but I won't bother, and all the fat in it.
Aren't you the same guy that threatened a fucking judge because the judge wouldn't see?
Oh, again, that's another where you say, I'm going to just say something that you know you don't have evidence of. You got no evidence, Brett. So you're just lying again about people. Now, I never threatened a judge. The only thing I did was I put my dick on his head. And I made a video pointing out how he's a dickhead, okay, because he threw out a case. And Brett, let's remember, I won the appeal. How many people win appeals in federal court as a pro se, Brett? I would imagine not too many. I would imagine what the judge did would have to be quite preposterously retarded for somebody to win an appeal as a pro se. So let's remember, after I was put on the watch list and after I was called all these maligning things by a stupid Fox News, right? The truth and nothing but the lies, right? That's your network, right? A bunch of liars, right? I won the appeal, shithead. So I guess if I had done something so outrageous, I wouldn't have won the appeal. Right, asshole? Oh, man.
Your stupid fucking perception, right?
Well, it's my stupid perception, unlike your stupid lies, right? Okay, so fine. Yes, I'll take my perception over your grotesque lying. You fucking liar. Pig. Pig, pig, pig.
Gary, you have completely lost your fucking rocker. I mean, you have fallen off.
Right, so go back to the video. All I did was explain how the DMCA works, right? And if you look at the comments, apparently a few people were impressed. Fake Sagan pointed to the video. I think somebody else did. Maybe Tommy from the Bronx referenced it also. Butthead.
Of the line of reality long ago into the abyss of madness.
Yeah, I'm really worried about Brett Keane's perception of me. This is like a perfect reverse mirror, you know what I mean? It's like one of those mirror on the wall thing. If it was the Brett Keane mirror, you just would be so delighted if you go up to the mirror and the mirror says, "You look like shit, you're a piece of crap, and you're gonna die soon." You would just be like, "Ah, fantastic, I am winning. I am fucking goddamn winning." So thank you, Brett. Thank you.
The fucking crazy bus that came through your town, you got them.
Right, and you have the, what, the stupid retarded fact. The retarded bus has visited you, and the ignorant, and the delusional, and the lying bus.
On it and took it straight to fucking full-on retard mode.
Again, bring up a subject that you shouldn't be throwing no rocks around, buddy.
Right onto the road, turning a left.
Retard. I guess retard's okay to use. So yeah, retard.
Or smack down street, the dumb asshole.
As he's shoving food in his ugly gob. And he's going to call somebody else an asshole. Sorry. Yeah. Even little kids know not to do this kind of shit. This is like, why don't you just pick your nose next, Brett? Why not? Come on, go ahead. Do it. It's just, okay, back speeding it up. Okay. I get it. Get this over with. I understand. I just couldn't play it and then do a video. I mean, it just seems like, no way, I'm not playing this twice.
If it's anybody that doesn't know how that shit works, it's you. I wasn't asking people in my video, should I figure out or understand how a DMCA works. I was trying to ask people why it is I shouldn't, really. Why should I not fucking get a lawyer? Why should I not go after these assholes for using my content?
No, what you said was why shouldn't I just press the button? Why shouldn't I file a DMCA? That's what you were asking, Brett. Liar some more. Why don't you just lie some more? You didn't ask anybody, should I get a lawyer and do this legally? You didn't say that, Brett. Because if you would have said that, I wouldn't have made a video, you dumbass. Because I would have said, yeah, go ahead. But don't file a DMCA because that'd be retarded. If you don't have a lawyer and you don't intend to go to court.
I think they did. Why not go after people for slander and shit?
Well, that wasn't... The DMCA, frankly, isn't slander and shit. The only part that the DMCA is related to slander and shit is in the sense of malicious conduct. It isn't... you're not filing a libel case or a slandering case... slander. You're filing a case where they can't use fair use Fair use only applies for non-malicious acts. You can only claim fair use if you're not malicious. If you're malicious, that's one of the first things that gets you. No, you can't be fair use if you're malicious. Malicious is not fair use. So yeah, that's only use for it here, Brett. I mean, I did file actually. I made this. You have to file a motion, so I filed a motion to include the charge, okay, of malicious libel.
I don't give a fuck about what Gary thinks about how shit works. Gary don't.
Okay, whatever. You don't give a shit. That's fine. I'm just saying I do have some experience in courts. And if you really look at the cases, I'm always right. I mean, I had a Harvard judge, okay, in the tobacco tax case, do the brilliant thing of saying, you can't argue constitutional issues in this case. That's what he said before I submitted my argument, that I'm not allowed to argue constitutional rights. And then, in his decision, he stated, I made a mistake. You were allowed to argue constitutional rights. Because I had him on tape saying that shit. He didn't like that, but yeah. So you want to hear the tape, Brett? You're such an idiot.
No dick. Gary don't even know how to fix his fucking roof on his house.
Well, apparently I do know how. See, another lie. I mean, holy fuck. I mean, the video, I showed the roof getting fixed. It rained. Brett, you want me to show you how the rain's not coming in the roof? Oh, fuck. Oh, amazing. All the things, you know, let's just go down all the list of all the things I can do and Brett can't. Like, think and tell the truth. Those would be on the top of the list. But yes, everything else, too, I can do better than Brett. The only thing Brett can do better than me is make smells and look ugly.
Gary doesn't even know how to act like a normal fucking person half the time.
Alright, so again, it's normal fucking person to do this in a video. This is the normal thing to do. This is showing respect for your audience. I will now, you know, put a bowl full of slop. It's not even a plate of slop. It's some sort of bowl full of slop. This is what you need, Brett. You got to do this masked thing. Yes, yeah. Who was this guy? This guy was funny. The unmasked the masked analyst. Yeah, whatever happened. I guess he died. But what a fucktard. Oh, he was hilarious.
Gary, you claim to care so much about people's pain and suffering and how you don't.
No, I care about pain and suffering, and frankly, they're low on my list. Okay, I care about the things you're torturing, you sadistic lunatic. But yeah, most people get what they deserve. I would argue that, you know, because I am human, in a sense, I deserve this shit. Because humanity has earned punishment. No doubt about it. So you can't even get that right, Brett.
Want humanity to exist because of all the pain and misery it goes through?
Well, still can't get the subject right, can you, Brett? Your brain is as loose as your jaw.
Yet you're the first one to use a child as a means of cracking jokes and insulting and trying to tear a child's self-esteem down just to feel better about your piece of shit self.
What child was that? I was like, damn it, I missed that one. So what's this a lie about, Brett? Yeah, which one is the, who is this about?
I am so glad that God didn't give you the ability to woo some.
Well, it's too bad your God is so weak that it can't smite a little problem like me. And instead it looks like he's smiting the fuck out of you. Yeah. Face it, Brett. I am going to bury you. Yeah.
Woman or lure her into your little fucking hobbit hole to impregnate and bring any more insanity into this world than what we already have.
Yes, and retardedness that we already have thanks to your great genetic code. Way to go, Brett. Thank you. Excellent. Well done, asshole. So just imagine if the world were covered with Brett Keanes. How big the fucking national debt would be.
I'm glad you're an antinatalist, but I'm sure it's not by choice. At least not by your choice. Because what kind of woman would want to sit there?
Okay, it's just so, you just can't get more. There's an insane person throwing rocks. I mean, it's so glass house. But I said that the last time. But it is just, it's the fact that Brett Keane can manifest this image of himself as having any right to criticize anyone else in terms of their personal whatever that is. Yeah, physical condition. Ugh, it's pathetic.
With a guy who can't even be bothered to comb his hair and take a fucking hot shower from time to time.
Well, you already made that shot, Brett, and as I've pointed out, I can provide pretty conclusive evidence that my hair gets wet every fucking goddamn day. Yeah, every day. Where's your evidence?
What kind of woman would want to live with someone who is so fucked up about their views and perception that he would expect everyone and anybody to do exactly as he tells them to do, yet claim in the same sentence that life is meaningless?
Well, another lie. I don't know where you have this evidence that I tell anybody what to do or that kind of crap, and I'm not just as pussy whipped as anybody could be in terms of relationships. But whatever, Brett. I've got photos of my bitches. Yeah, I bet they're your bitch.
And pointless. Yes. Don't pass on your genes. I think it's too late too, isn't it?
Well, I mean, this is just amazing, right? I mean, can anybody make this? He has a daughter who apparently has encephalitis, and she's the joke is Waterhead. He has a retarded daughter, and he's critiquing other people's genetic code. I mean, can you imagine how fucking crazy this asshole is? Just, why are you opening that door and just saying, go ahead, dump it on me, because I earned it right here. I'm just asking you to do it. I'm begging you. Take a shot at my kids because I'm criticizing your non-existent ones. Fuck. Oh, he's drinking out of the bowl. I mean, isn't that just gross? What a pig. There he goes. Yeah, that's just brilliant. I mean, nobody but a brilliant 11-year-old mentality could pull that off. That was as good as an 11-year-old YouTube video, Brent. Way to go.
Gary, you were a perfect example of some of the poster boys for fucking mental illness on the internet. It's people like you that just absolutely fucking disgust me. I can hang out with crazy people. I can hang out with people who have mental disorders, anxiety issues, depression, all this. But there's some people where they know that they got the problem, yet they can manage to be good people.
You're right. I'm so crazy, I can't figure out how charming Brett Keane videos are.
You, however, are not one of them. You're the bad version of crazy. There's good crazy.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'd rather be crazy than an ignorant, lying motherfucking piece of crap like you.
There's awkward crazy, and then there's fucking horrible, psychopathic, sociopathic piece of shit crazy. And that's, if we were to look that up in a dictionary, the picture would be right there as an explanation.
Yeah, well, whatever. Get what you deserve, Brett. I pray to your God. Whatever Brett Keane's God, if you're out there, Brett Keane God, please, please, please. I mean, you can do whatever you wish with me. You can, pave roads. I don't really care. But please, 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 give Brett exactly what he deserves. What he has earned through his behavior. Give him exactly what he has earned. Please. I mean, you gave Eve, pain in childbirth and bloody oozery. I mean, I'm sure for Brett you can come up with something really cool.
So, I'm done with you, Gary. I'm not interested in what you have to say anymore.
Oh, wow. Whoa, what a crisis in my life. I'm sure you're watching this video.
I'm going to go into bigger, badder things.
Yes, right. Ben and Bang X. Benham Bang X. That's what I'll be. Benham Bang X. No, Benham Bang Bex. Yeah. Org. Oh, look, you got the little tubby finger. It's a Trumpy finger. Ooh. So, I don't know what this was about. I mean, maybe this was about some other video or something, but I mean, frankly, I mean, my DMCA video to Brett wasn't that difficult to follow along. So, anyway, I just want to point out the BCJ guy, 999, I really wanted to sue him, but he wouldn't counterclaim. See, that was the problem. He wouldn't counterclaim. People have to counterclaim. They have to go, yes, it's fair use, or you can't sue them. Straight Dope didn't counterclaim. See, some asshole points, he posts comments in my video, and it's just that, people always do this shit. They drag up crap from the past, and then you have to go to this work to figure out, well, what the fuck are you talking about 7 years ago? And they're wrong, and so they make these stupid, they insinuate this shit, and then you're like, I have to sit there and defend myself to these insinuations. And again, if they would once in a while actually be right, it might be okay. You could say, all right, they have a right to take a shot. But I mean, how many times can these assholes be wrong before you say, yeah, I don't have to put up with this crap? Anyway, fuck you, Brett. So anyway, yes, hopefully the last, if he actually does some religion videos, I mean, he does do this bullshit where he tries to rag on the evil atheists, and we know it's the Christians who are, doing most of the child molesting and such, pretend to be Boy Scout leaders and, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the judge in Texas... yeah, it was a Texas judge, which made it more charming. But he was a Boy Scout leader. Yeah. Judge Hittner. I mean, the ironies are just hilarious. Texas.